Today I'm going to show you how to make a prime rib not only for special occasions but throughout the year. I'm Rose Utley. Let's get cooking. Prime rib is a high quality cut of meat specifically from the primal rib area of the cow, known for its tenderness and rich flavor. It's typically expensive due to its premium grading, labor-intensive butchering, and high demand, especially during special occasions or the holidays. It's also typically served as a roast, often bone-in, but also boneless like we'll be doing today, and is sometimes referred to as a standing rib roast. Essentially, while both prime rib and ribeye comes from the same area, prime rib is a larger roast that can include multiple ribeyes, while ribeye is a specific steak cut. I've got a beautiful 5.5 pound prime rib here. I asked my butcher to remove the bones, but don't worry, you can absolutely cook it with the bones on. Just remember to trim them properly for an even cook. To get the best flavor and tenderness, we want to prep our roast a day in advance for a dry brine. Tying it up with some kitchen twine is crucial because it helps the roast maintain its shape while cooking, ensuring that every slice is juicy and evenly cooked. Next, we're going to generously season it with salt and pepper. As I sprinkle the salt, I'm holding my hand high above the meat. This technique helps distribute the salt evenly and prevents clumping, ensuring every bite is flavorful. And if you're thinking, wow, Rose, that's too much salt. Whoa. Trust me, this isn't going to oversalt the meat. The salt draws out moisture, which will be then reabsorbed, infusing the roast with flavor and helping to create a beautiful crust. This is dry brining. Once seasoned, you want to cover it up and let it sit in the fridge overnight. All right, it's the next day and our prime rib is ready for the next step. First, we want to pull the roast out of the fridge about an hour before cooking. Letting it sit on the counter helps it come closer to room temperature, which is important for even cooking. If you cook it straight from the fridge, the outside may cook faster than the inside, leading to an uneven texture. Here I'm slicing a few pieces of garlic and mincing about 3 cloves. Garlic adds a wonderful aroma and depth of flavor to our roast. Next, I'm going to make 4 slits in the roast. Don't worry, these cuts won't hurt the meat. In fact, they'll allow the garlic to infuse its delicious flavor directly into the roast as it cooks. I'm just going to insert these garlic slices into the slits we made. This way, when the roast is cooking, those garlic flavors will permeate the meat, enhancing every bite. Now that we've prepared our roast, it's time to add some delicious flavor with a garlic herb butter. We'll need 1.5 sticks of softened unsalted butter. If you forget to take it out ahead of time, you can pop it in the microwave for about 20 to 25 seconds. To our softened butter, we're adding 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh thyme, 1 tablespoon of fresh rosemary, and about 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic. Also, last minute, I decided to add half a tablespoon of this prime rib seasoning I had picked up prior, but it's really not necessary. It will be just as good without it. Now let's mix everything together until it's well combined. We're going to slather this flavorful butter all over our roast. This not only adds incredible flavor, but also helps create a beautiful crust while it cooks. After sitting out for about an hour, we're ready to cook it. I highly encourage using a meat thermometer. It's the best way to ensure your roast is cooked perfectly. I got this wireless one for Christmas and it's been a game changer. I'll post a link below if you're interested. We're going to cook it at 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius until we reach our preferred doneness. I'm aiming for a medium rare, which is between 130 and 135 degrees Fahrenheit internal temp. But because it continues to cook while it sits, we want to aim for 120 degrees Fahrenheit or 49 degrees Celsius before our next step. Just to give you an idea, my 5.5 pound roast took about 3 hours to come to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Another guideline that's usually given is 15 to 20 minutes per pound for bone-in and 12 to 15 minutes for boneless. Just remember that factors can influence the actual timing, which is why a thermometer is so important. Once it reaches 120 degrees Fahrenheit or your preferred temperature, it's time to switch your oven to the broil setting. I broiled mine on high, but I actually recommend broiling on low for better control. I left mine under the broiler for about 4 minutes and it crisped up really quick, so definitely keep an eye on it. Once you have that beautiful crust, it's important to cover the roast loosely with foil and let it rest for about 45 minutes. This step is crucial because resting allows the juices to redistribute throughout the meat, making it more tender and flavorful. If you slice it too soon, all those delicious juices will run out and you'll end up with a drier roast. While we let it rest and before we slice into it, let me show you how to make some au jus and horseradish to go with it. I like to start on my au jus while my prime rib cooks. Start by peeling and cutting 3 carrots, then chop 4 celery sticks and 1 onion in half. Place them in a pot with 1½ cups of water and 1½ cups of beef broth. Cook on low for 1 hour. Once the prime rib is done, collect the drippings and remove excess fat, then add them to the pot. Make a slurry with 1 teaspoon of cornstarch and a little water. Add it to the pot and mix well. Season with salt and pepper to taste, heat for 1 minute, and your au jus is ready, perfect for drizzling over your prime rib. For horseradish, to a bowl, combine 1 8-ounce container of sour cream, ½ cup of mayonnaise, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, 2 teaspoons of prepared horseradish, 2 teaspoons of white wine vinegar, and a pinch of salt. Mix everything until well combined. For an extra touch, you can also add some chopped chives. Your delicious horseradish sauce is ready, perfect for the prime rib. Our prime rib is done resting. My thermometer after resting reads at a perfect 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's remove it and cut our twine off. Now I know my crust looks pretty dark here, but just wait until you see the inside. The contrast between the crispy exterior and the juicy, perfectly cooked interior is going to be amazing. Oh, this looks so good. I can't wait to dig in. Just look at that perfect medium rare. It's going to be amazing with our au jus and horseradish sauce. As I slice, you'll notice some pieces have a little extra fat. That's a good thing. It adds incredible flavor and richness to every bite. All right, I gotta give this a try. Let's go in for that bite. Oh, this is so good. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more delicious recipes. Happy cooking!